Hello, welcome. How are you?
Fine.
Are you fine? Lucilla, are you cooking or just looking?
Looking.
You look, okay, you look at the recipe. Are you going to cook it later? Who knows? Mike, your mic is off. Okay, you're on now.
Yes, okay.
Are you going to cook it later?
Okay, now I'm on.
Michele, I know you have a lot of responsibility. You have to cook for two.
For what?
For two people.
Ah, me and Elisa.
Yeah, so you have to bear a lot of responsibilities.
But I have this cup
Okay.
supplied by Elisa.
Okay, so we're doing a little bit of marketing here, supplied by, like we find in Instagram. Okay, hello to everyone. Hello, Maria Cinzia, you have a helper. Hello, Linda, how are you?
Fine.
Fine, are you ready to cook?
Yes.
Okay, I have a little helper, by the way. Would you like to introduce? Hello, say hello to everyone. Hello. Okay, so Ricardo, tell me, do we have to wait for other people?
I don't think so. Maybe Kaylee is on the way, but I don't know. Alessandra, can you hear us? Alessandra, you were connecting. Now I think your microphone is muted, but hello, Nicola. I don't know if they can hear us. Okay. And Elena is coming, sorry. Elena Petrarca is coming.
So who of you is currently actually cooking? Sarah, only you and Maria Cinzia? Okay.
Me.
I'm ready.
Okay. Elena, hello, nice to meet you.
Okay, I think we are all here.
Okay, we can start.
Sure.
So first of all, there is a quotation I would like to share with you from Emily Dickinson. She wrote in one poem, "Please be merciful with me because I'm not a cook," okay? So I'm just doing that for fun, for sharing an experience with you. And if you see flames or something coming out of my kitchen, please call emergency services, okay? Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
first of all, let's check if you have all the equipment needed. I have to blame Ricardo because we both forget to tell you that Parmesan is needed. So do you have cheese?
Yes.
Parmesan, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so it's very easy,
Yes.
but I think
Yes,
it's good
yes.
as is. Okay, perfect. Then the question of the cup. Cup is whatever you need, okay? It depends on the shape because we are making baskets, okay? Baskets like that with cheese. So depending on the shape you'd like to have as a result, you can choose the different cups. For example, we will use cups like that, but you can use a glass, for example, okay? So just choose, the decision is up to you, okay? So the shape is going to be perfectly customized.
I have this.
Okay, Sarah, let me see. Okay, they don't have to be so big. Okay, Lorenzo and Alessandra, is it correct, Alessandra? Okay. Okay, so perfect. So just to choose the shape, and once you are ready, remember that we will use the bottom part of the cup. You can also use mugs for tea, for example. Michele, your cup is perfect. Your mug is perfect. Okay. Can I see your mugs? Yes, that's excellent. Okay, Maria Cinzia, show me again, please. Okay, excellent. Maybe if you have something a little bit smaller, because I think that it is too big for the basket.
Okay.
Linda, grab a glass or something like that, or a mug for coffee and tea in the morning. Elena, perfect. Okay, so let's start with the asparagus. Do you have the asparagus?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
I have some of them, okay, spears of asparagus. Depending on the portions, you have to decide how many asparagus are you going to use. I am gonna use a lot of them because we are, okay, one. Okay, so let's say that you need 3 for each person. So just make calculation. I'm not good at math. I have here my colleague. He is a professor. He teaches math and physics. So I don't want to make calculations or I will have a bad impression. So 3 for each person, okay? So what we are going as the first thing to do is we take the asparagus and we rinse it under the water, okay? Rinse it.
Okay.
You ready?
Where did you find asparagus? In Spain?
Have you rinsed them? Are they okay? Okay, cool. Now, so there is a secret. You have to understand where to cut. You have 2 different strategies. The first strategy is you push a little bit and the exact position where the asparagus needs to be cut is where it breaks, okay? The second is if you want to be very fashion and you want to realize a good looking part, you take all the asparagus together and you decide the perfect shape. So you cut them using 2 fingers, okay? Like that.
Okay.
And you remove the woody ends. These are called the woody ends because they are very strong and they must be removed, okay? So let's say 2 fingers and then we cut. Another trick is that you can see the color of the asparagus changing completely. Here is very green and then it changes into pale green. So we remove this part, okay? So trim it, cut and chop the ends. Okay, once they are ready, I will give you the time to cut and chop the ends. Thumbs up if you're ready. Thumbs up if you're ready. Let's wait for Alessandra. I don't like your husband watching you and not cooperating. You should do something and help her. Just joking. I have my husband laying on the sofa, so even at least you're witnessing. Okay, so once you have cut these, you take a pan, a frying pan, okay? So you do like that, and you put your asparagus and you heat up the cooker. Depending on the taste you would like to have at the end, you can use, for example, garlic, you can use salt and pepper. As we are using Parma ham that is very salty, do not exaggerate with salt and pepper, okay? So add a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, and if you like, you can also use garlic. Some olive oil, and then you let all the asparagus roast on the cooker, right? So let's heat it up. And let's put some olive oil on the top, salt and pepper. It takes 5-7 minutes. So always keep an eye on the pan and sometimes you stir it in order not to for the asparagus to stick on the pot, okay, on the pan, depending on what you're using. So sometimes you stir a little bit and you let them cooking for at least 5 or 7 minutes, okay? Okay, in the meanwhile, while they're cooking, we need to go to the second step. That is very easy, and it is the usual meal that singles prepare for themselves when they don't have a lot of time. So we are going to boil eggs, okay? So Victoria, I need your help. You go to the fridge and you take 2 eggs for me because we are going to boil them. So just take 2 eggs and you put water on it. You take a pot and you boil. According to you, what's the average cooking time? How long do you have the eggs cooking if you have to boil them? Can I know your secrets? Because in each house, they boil eggs to different times. Sarah, how long do you cook the eggs for? When you have to boil them, how long do you cook the eggs for? Can't hear you.
6 minutes.
6 minutes, okay. Maria Cinzia, what about you? How long do you cook the eggs for?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay. Mauro?
I like the egg
Soft?
morbid, soft.
Soft, okay, yes. It always depends on the taste. Mauro, you're vegetarian. How many eggs do you eat per week?
No eggs.
No eggs? Why
I don't
not?
love eggs. I don't love eggs.
Ah, okay. So not only you are vegetarians, but you're also choosy.
Yeah, you know that I'm choosing because if I wanted to eat eggs, I think that 12 or 12 eggs for a week.
There's also a special diet in which you eat a lot of eggs during the week in order to lose weight. Okay, the pot, yes, and add some water. You add some water to that. Not a lot. No, come on, you need more. Yes, a little more. So these cheese baskets are perfect as cocktails and appetizers. It's not a full meal. Introduce your guest with this little appetizer, and they look incredible because they look like baskets, but they are edible, okay? So you can eat them. Okay, so just add and let the eggs do, okay? Are we all ready? Are you checking your asparagus? Or you're going to have hell in the kitchen? Are you checking the eggs and the asparagus? Yes. Finally, we have the husband cooking. Yeah, well done. This is how it works in families. Christina, is everything okay?
Yes, is everything okay? I'm boiling my eggs.
Okay.
I usually put some vinegar inside the water because a chef told me that vinegar helps the eggs not to break.
Ah, okay. So you can remove them and peel without breaking the egg.
No, not remove. While I'm boiling the eggs, I put some vinegar inside the water, inside the boiling water.
Okay.
And so this helps eggs. They don't break.
Ah, okay, cool. This is a good trick to be shared. Thank you. I know that chefs are always jealous about their secrets, so thanks for sharing.
You can choose. You can choose between vinegar or salt.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Oh, interesting to know. Maria Cinzia,
Me too.
yes?
Me too. I use the vinaigrette.
Okay. So we have an interesting recipe. Let's go to the most difficult part now. We have to create the baskets. You have 2 solutions. It's up to you. It depends on the equipment you have. If you have an oven, you can use the oven. It takes a little bit more because it's not as fast as the microwave, or you can use a microwave. I'm gonna use the microwave because, of course, I don't want to have other temptations in the kitchen. So I'm gonna use the microwave. What do you need is this. Have you seen in the list of ingredients, what's the name for this item? How is it called? Have you found the correct name for this equipment?
Baker's sheet.
Yes, okay, you can use baker. It is also called parchment. That is very official because parchment usually is pergamena, so a very important document. Okay, so what do you do with these? You take your grater. I don't know if you have already grated the cheese. Do you have grated cheese available or do you have to grate it? Have you already grated the cheese? Okay, so Maria Cinzia, you have it grated. Sarah, is your cheese already finished? Okay, prepared, okay, pre-packed. Who else? Okay, Michele, what about your cheese? Are you grating? Okay. Okay. So again, it depends on the portion. Let's say that you need a circle realized with different cheese that must be spread on your sheet. The dimension, the shape, so how much cheese you need depends on the shape you are going to use. So just to think about the shape, and then you take the amount of cheese, handful of cheese that covers the exact dimension of the item you use. For example, as I'm using this, I will create on my parchment this size of cheese, okay? If I'm using something bigger, for example, this one, I will realize on my parchment this amount of cheese. So the diameter depends on the shape you are going to use. Is it clear? So let me show what happens to my parchment. So I have grated the cheese. I'm putting some handful of cheese. The layer must not be too thick. It has been thin, okay? So don't overuse cheese. So you have just to spread it. You add a little more. Avoid having bumps, okay? So it must be flat completely, because if it is flat, it's going to burn at the same time and cooked perfectly, okay? I don't know if you see that. I will show that. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So it's like playing with toys, okay? Kids' toys. So you realize that. And once it's ready, you go to the microwave and you cook it in the microwave for 1 or 1 minute and a half. Just take a look at the microwave because you will see the crisp, okay? You will see the cheese turning brown. So I go to the microwave and I put this one inside the microwave for 1 minute and a half. Are you following? Is everything clear?
Yes.
Any questions? No questions? Okay, let's go to the microwave. So I'm going to the microwave in a few seconds. Remember, once the cheese is well done, is perfect, we have a couple of seconds to create the basket because the cheese is immediately going to cool down and becoming very strong. So prepare on your table the shape you are going to use. You prepare a second parchment because we have to cover the sheet of cheese. And then if you don't want to be burned, just take a cloth, something to protect your hands because the cheese is super hot out of the microwave. Okay, so we need this shape, we need the parchment, and we need the cloth, something to cover and protect your hands. Don't forget the asparagus, okay? I can smell that the asparagus were almost forgotten. Okay.
Careful,
so
careful, Gloria, careful. There's a little mouse behind you.
Yes, guys, I know we are living in a condition of pandemic and the healthy restrictions
great.
are very important, but we are living by ourselves, so I'm sure that she's clean and healthy, okay? Don't do that at home. They compare you to a mouse eating cheese. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to the microwave now. One minute and a half. Also, of course, depending on the watts of your microwave, Mauro, right? Is an equation depending on physics.
Yeah. And also remember, don't put metal
Which
shape
power?
inside the microwave.
Which power are you using? Which power are you using?
I'm using 1000, and for this reason, I'm cooking for 1 minute and a half. So 5 minutes have passed from the moment in which we started cooking the eggs. Okay, so just remember that, a couple of minutes. Okay, so this is the result. So it's a little bit hot, and at the same time, the consistency, the texture is completely different, okay, because it has been cooking. So what I do right now is I take this, I just swap that. If you want, it's better for you to cover the cup you are using like that, and then you put the cheese on the top. Don't be afraid. This is if it is hot. Don't be afraid to push firmly so that the cheese takes the same shape of the cup, okay? So just press a little bit because it has to maintain the perfect round shape of the bottom part of the cup, okay? So just be patient. I have my servant here, okay? Little slave, okay. Okay, you have to hold it, okay, very tightly. So this is something that you have to repeat according to the number of baskets you would like to realize, okay? So I've done that, so I have 3 baskets right now, and of course it depends on how many portions you'd like to realize. Okay, Alessandra, how are we doing? Is it okay? Okay, because it takes a few minutes to cool down and crisp up. So don't hurry up, okay? Be patient and give the shape. If you have something heavy to put on the top, you can even leave the baskets on one corner. You put something very heavy on the top, but remember to press very firmly so that you give the shape. Elisa, what are you drinking? You look like a queen witnessing the servants cooking.
A cup of tea.
A cup of tea. So now the shape is almost done. You have to let it cool for a little bit. So just put it, okay, and cool it for a little bit.
This is my result.
Show us.
I can show because these are little pieces of parmesan.
Why did it break? Why did it break? How much cheese did you put? How much cheese?
I don't know.
Because that's the problem. You have to not exaggerate, but at the same time, you don't have to have a so thin layer because it's going to break. So don't be scared of adding more cheese next time, so that you have a little thicker layer, so that you can fold it and manipulate it. Can you show me your baskets? Did they work? Sarah, did it work?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So.
It is always like that. The first, okay, Cinzia, your basket is okay, but you have to use something that has this dimension maybe, right? So that if you have more cheese, the cheese goes down and covers the recipient. Okay, so I've used this, so this is okay. It's not very large, it's okay. But if I put more cheese, then the cheese goes down here and I can create the perfect bowl. So don't worry, it's the first time, then you will be more adaptable and more precise next time. You can try again. I mean, you can eat that cheese. It's not something that you throw away. So if you want to try again, you can create another basket. It's okay. You have to try hard and then you'll see the results. Okay, let's go to a portion of sauce. This is not obligatory. This is something that you can decide to have or not. I'm always making this very simple sauce because I eat a lot of vegetables. I always eat a lot of vegetables, and for this reason, I created this sauce in which you mix oil, vinegar, and mustard. Okay, you don't need a lot, so just grab a little cup for coffee, for example. So a container that is very small, because you don't need a lot of that. You just have to decorate your plate, and then if you want, you can touch that sauce with the asparagus. Okay, so what I'm going to use is a recipient like that. Are you ready? Are you following?
Sí.
Okay, so you take some oil. You need 2 teaspoons of oil. 2 teaspoons of oil. 1, and then you mix.
Victoria,
And 2, Victoria.
Victoria, 2 teaspoons per person.
Yes.
Okay, that's okay.
And it also depends on how much sauce are you going to eat. So this is not something that we add to the basket, but it is on the side of the plate so that you can just dip the asparagus, okay, and have a different flavor.
Perfect.
Then the same thing we do with the mustard. So 1 teaspoon of mustard. Then you use vinegar. I always use these, but if you have the other one, okay, it's okay. So it's up to you. You decide. You need 4 teaspoons, okay, 4 teaspoons of vinegar. The eggs, right? Remember the eggs? You can rinse the eggs because they are ready. Mix a little bit, and this is the result. It has to be very creamy. If it is not so creamy, just add a little bit more of mustard. So the proportion is vinegar, oil, and mustard. So just combine the elements and this is the result. So stir the more you need in order to get that creamy texture. Can you show me your sauces? Christina, show me. You're still stirring.
My sauce is different because mustard with the seeds inside.
Okay.
Creamy mustard. So my sauce is more liquid than yours.
Okay. Okay.
But that's okay for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
no worries. It always depends on the product you're using. And as it is a sort of decoration, instead of having a little circle on the plate, you can just pour it on the asparagus. So it's okay. Sara, what about your sauce? Is it okay? Okay, perfect. Maria Cinzia, you look like a professional cook. Okay, yes, excellent. Lorenzo, Alessandra.
We want more, so we add ingredients.
Yes, because it always depends on the quantity of oil and the texture of the oil and then of the mustard too. So just create the perfect balance looking at that, adding the needed ingredients. Michele, we have all finger crossed for you. Okay, so I think you need a little bit more of mustard or vinegar. What vinegar are you using?
Elisa has finger crossed for him. Her dinner depends on.
È troppo grande la
Now Victoria is peeling the eggs for me.
fai così,
So she's peeling the eggs.
la prendi.
Okay, so now we are peeling the eggs, right? And cut them in half. Okay, Alessandro, that's perfect now. It's perfect. So peel the eggs, right? Peel the eggs, right? Don't break it. Okay. So, Riccardo, it's not very good. This is cyberbullying. Is commenting and criticizing people who are doing something. Cyberbullying at Babylon, not
I'm
acceptable.
just bullying the two men. The two men, not the women here.
Okay, so are you peeling? There's a famous song, I don't know if Victoria remembers that song, but it is about peeling bananas. Do you remember this song? Would you like to sing it? No, you don't want to. There's a song, they teach this song to babies. Have you ever heard that song before? Peel, banana, peel, banana. No, never? Okay, so yes. So I will record a short video singing for you this song, okay? It's so catchy that you will keep on singing that song forever.
I can't wait for that.
Yes, because you also have to mime it. This is like the banana and you have to peel it, shake it, drink it, okay? So it's cool. Okay, so at what point are you? Have you already peeled all the eggs? Yes?
Yes, my second basket is better.
Okay, yes, it's like that. You try again and you will realize a second one. So for each basket, we need 1 egg. The reason why I'm preparing 2 eggs is because I'm creating 2 baskets, but it's up to you. You can also use 2 eggs for 1 person. So no worries about the quantity. It always depends on who is gonna eat. Okay, so what are we doing right now is we take the basket. So don't be embarrassed at showing to us your baskets, okay? I know it's the first time. Thank you. So as you can see, I realized 2 of them, 1 and 2. Okay. What are you doing right now is you take a very small quantity of honey. I don't want to show you the label of honey because we have a specialist here and this is a discount honey. I don't want to be judged. Maria Cinzia, yours look better than mine. No, by the way, I have a bio one. Mauro, you can't complain. This is a bio one.
Is the organic one okay? But is the organic that is?
You must buy Mauro's honey, please, everyone.
Honey?
My honey is is organic honey. Is honey, come si dice, si raccoglie nella campagna. From
In the countryside.
I think my honey is the worst.
Okay, so what do you do? Because I see people hanging and holding a spoon. What are we doing is we are decorating the basket with some honey. So if you don't like the taste, just use small quantity of that.
And honey is not so liquid.
Sorry?
It's not so liquid.
Okay, so I think you have to wait a little bit there, standing with your spoon up, waiting for it to come down.
At the end of lockdown.
Yes, we will be connected here, waiting for her honey to melt down. Yes, a little bit on the bottom part of the baskets. Ready? Do we have the baskets with some honey inside? Yes? Almost. Okay, let's wait for you. Tell me if you're ready. You stay here and you prepare. How are we doing? Yes, are we ready? Okay, Alessandro, that's perfect. Yes, it's the perfect quantity. Okay, now we take our asparagus and we take out the Parma ham. Parma ham, if you're vegetarian and you don't want to use any kind of meat, just use the asparagus. If you have the Parma ham, prepare the Parma ham. Okay? Mauro, controversial, right? Eating or not eating the ham, it depends if it is on pizza, right?
I always know that you have a lot of memory, Gloria.
So I'm taking all the asparagus, I'm putting all of them in my board. In a second, I will also show to you closer. They didn't break. Did yours break? I'm so satisfied. This is the biggest satisfaction ever. Okay, so I have all the asparagus here. They look like dead people. They look dead. But no worries, they're tasty, okay? So what are we doing is we take slices of ham and we wrap the asparagus. We wrap the asparagus, okay? I will show you. You take a slice of ham and you wrap the asparagus.
Gloria, maybe you can move a little bit the screen of your laptop. Okay, fine, great. Thank you.
Don't you trust me? What do you think? I was preparing the wrapping before. Would you like to check it?
Of course I don't.
I'm super honest, so I'm doing right now in front of your eyes. How many asparagus are you wrapping? How many? How many people are you cooking for? Maria Cinzia, how many people are you cooking for?
For 2 people.
Okay. How many asparagus?
I and Linda, but this evening for 8.
8 people.
Yes.
Do they pay you?
My family.
Okay, so that explains the reason why you're cooking for 8. Are you giving them my basket? Because I don't want to be accused of intoxication or something like that.
Così li facciamo tutti.
Okay, so I'm just doing 4 just to show you the result. Once you have wrapped as many asparagus as you want, we are going to cut them into little pieces. One warning once you cut them is to decide to realize very short parts, okay, very short parts, because they are going to fit inside the basket, so you don't have to have long pieces. So I'm cutting them the measure of a nail, and be very firm when you cut and chop them, because you don't have to ruin the wrapping with the ham. So you have to be very firm when you cut them. Imagining, okay, that you are angry with someone, and then when you cut, press with the energy, like that, okay, with the energy you need. It should be good if you kept, for example, the first part, just to have a nice view on the top of the basket. So just cut all the pieces, but if you want, you can save up the first part that looks very nice as a decoration, okay, to finish up the look of the meal. Okay, how are we doing? So in the meanwhile, I would like to give you an advice, something to drink with. Victoria has prepared a delicious cocktail for you. Victoria, can you show please the cocktail? I won't drink it, but as she doesn't understand perfectly English, she doesn't know that I'm completely refusing her cocktail tonight. But let's pretend it's delicious. No, you can tell them. Just tell them. Diglielo. Sì, sì.
Ci ho messo acqua naturale e menta, cocktail alla menta, poi una caramella alla menta e poi ho finito il cocktail.
So inside that you may find a candy, but it's a mint candy that suits perfectly with the liquid that is inside the glass. So chin to you, I'm drinking, bye-bye forever. Very good. Thank you, Victoria, very good. You can give it to your dad as well. I think he will appreciate it. To your dad, also to your dad. Yes, and okay, she's so proud that she's drinking her own cocktail. So I may be accused of something more, okay, than suiciding with a cocktail. Okay, so are we ready? Let's take the basket with the honey. At this point, the honey should have melted a little bit because it's warm, the atmosphere and the inside your house is warm. So we take the basket and we put little parts of our asparagus as a decoration. I'm doing that and I will show the result. I'm also adding some asparagus without ham so that you have different colors. So this is more or less, I'm sorry because I have the camera moving. So you have all the little parts with ham. You can add different parts of the asparagus, depending on even the aesthetic counts and matters a little bit. So just to realize the perfect balance. And then I'm cutting into half the egg and I will put the 2 eggs here. 1 second, I'm showing to you. So this is the result. I'm sorry. So you have to decorate it. I will take pictures because 1 second. Let me do it like that.
Excuse me, so you just cut in half the egg, right?
Yes, I cut the eggs into halves.
Yeah.
And then I'm decorating, for example, with little parts of asparagus. You can create a sort of group of different ingredients. You can put the ham and the asparagus on one side. You can put the asparagus without nothing on the other side, and you put the two halves. Now I have a problem with the light, so you don't see very well the contrast of the colors, but it looks very well because you have the red, the green, the yellow, and it looks like an edible basket. When you want to eat it, you just have to break little pieces of cheese. You can combine the cheese with the asparagus, and it is very interesting because you can realize cheese parmesan baskets with all the different ingredients depending on what are your tastes. Have you finished? Would you like to show me? Wow, nice job, Linda and Maria Cinzia. Very good, very good. Your yolk is more yellow than mine, but I have chickens at my house. I don't know, maybe they have some problems. Okay, Sarah, wow, amazing, well done. Okay, it looks very delicious, even the aesthetic. Yeah. Christina, you still preparing? Wow, okay, you put it on the plate. Yes, I forgot. We always have to have a plate. I read somewhere if you have a black plate, it looks more professional than a white one. Don't know why. I have so many problems with black plates because when they go to the dishwasher, somehow they always have spots, and yes, I don't like them. But for the moment, I think it's a good looking plate. So you can serve it at the beginning of your meal, and it is an appetizer, as I said before. And the best recommendation is white wine. Okay, Michele. Okay, cool. So you put it on the plate, Elisa. Is it mouth watering? Are you excited? You can't wait, right?
I'm not sure. But
okay, so do you have white wine at home? Because this is the perfect combo. Okay, so white wine, and then the problem of these baskets, okay, just a trick for next time. If you want, now we have to eat them, right? Because they have just been prepared and we cook and serve them immediately. If you have to prepare them for a dinner and you don't have much time, the best solution is preparing all the baskets, putting them in the fridge. They can stay in the fridge for all the day. There is no problem. And then once you have all the guests at your place, you warm up all the ingredients, and then you serve the baskets. The baskets can be cold. They don't have to be hot, so it's okay. They are all already prepared, but the ingredients should be hot. So now we have put everything inside the baskets, but if you have a dinner, my recommendation is to keep all the ingredients separated, to cool, okay, to warm them up, and then to combine everything and serve it a little bit hot.
Excuse me, Victoria, I missed a part. The sauce you can put on the side.
Okay,
want.
Yes, this is what I prefer. I mean, it depends always on the taste, but I always put the sauce on the side like that. I will show you in a second.
Okay, come ha fatto a fare il giro?
Okay, so you put like that. So if you want to realize this very professional line, you just have to use the spoon, because if you do like that, I will ruin my plate, but this is for my students, so I can do that. You do like that in a circle, and then very, very slowly, you create the line. Sembrano due girini, but it's okay. Okay, so this is the plate, and I like this sauce. I put it and I eat that with carrots, with different fresh vegetables, and I really like it everywhere, especially in sandwiches and hamburgers. But I always put it on the side because I never know if people appreciate or if you're completely damaging the final taste of a meal. So what do you think? Was it easy? Yes, quick?
Yes. Yes, very easy.
Okay, and yes, you can put in
Easy and good.
Easy and good. Okay, you taste it. Perfect. I use it, for example, with pasta. If I'm cooking pasta with cheese, cacio e pepe, for example, and cheese is the perfect ingredient, I just use a fork to wrap the portion, and I put the portion of pasta inside the basket. So it's very simple, but it always...
Te lo mangi insieme? No, cioè una puntina insieme.
Okay, Riccardo?
Vado merenda.
Pardon?
Okay, I think we have completed our task. I think
il miele è buono, se sente trovi il miele.
Could you please switch off microphones, Riccardo?
Yes, but I can't understand who.
Maria Cinzia, could you please switch off? Okay, perfect. So again, if you like to take pictures and post them on our website, I would be pleased to see the results as well. If you're eating, oh, okay, you are toasting.
Oh, great.
Okay, thank you. You're toasting with that. I'm sorry because they have finished the mint cocktail, so I can't toast with you. I'm very sad, but yes. So thank you for the participation. As usual, it is a very simple way to spend time together to experience something different. I hope you enjoy this cooking.
Yes.
You can all
Yes.
open. You can all open your microphones now, just to.
Yes.
Gloria.
Yes,
Excuse me. You lied when you quoted Emily Dickinson.
I lied?
When you quoted the Emily Dickinson.
Why did I lie?
Because you are a perfect cooker.
Okay, cooker, this is a common mistake and it always makes me laugh because cooker è fornello.
Yeah.
Yes, but I am a perfect cooker.
No, but that's what she wanted to say. That's what she wanted to say. This is a mistake.
No,
you're a perfect cooker.
No, it is a perfect meal. I chose something easy because I didn't want to have problems, as I said at the beginning. But I like things that are easy and looks kind of original, something different. Lucilla, what do you think?
I think that is maybe very good, but I don't know if I am able to do it.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can.
You can teach Fabrizio. You can teach Fabrizio.
Yes, Fabrizio.
Okay. I'm sorry Kaylee is not here anymore. Maybe she has had any problems, some problems with the connection. She was here a couple of minutes ago. Because we are going to meet Kaylee next Saturday, and she's going to teach us how to prepare a marvelous Scottish Easter dessert. Okay, so I want to thank Gloria and Vittoria.
Yes.
Please, Vittoria.
Thank you.
Vicky. Oh, little mouse. What are you? Cosa stai mangiando? Cosa stai mangiando? Niente. Hai bevuto tutto il beverone?
No.
No. Il papà lo sta tracannando, lo sta bevendo?
No, nessuno.
Beh, insomma, di che lo bevano, dai, di che...
Io mangio i topi.
Ascolta, di che lo beva la mamma, ma mi raccomando, accertati che lo
Perché
beva.
dopo 2 sortate ti fa mal di pancia.
She's honest. I appreciate she's always honest, even with things that she has realized.
Va bene, ciao Vicky. Okay, allora, thank you very much for your participation. Thank you, Gloria. I just wanted to remind you that next Saturday we have a meeting, the last meeting with Kaylee. And Gloria, if you want to say goodbye, to give some final tips or your final greetings.
No, yes, I really appreciate your cooperation. It's always fun when we can share experiences that are not only teaching or learning a language. So let's hope we can create some different cooking class in the future, maybe with more professional teachers. Okay. Sarah, are you there?
Yeah, I think she's driving. Are you driving or what? Are you in the car?
No, I'm in the car, but I'm not driving. Sorry. Hello,
Okay.
everyone.
Hi.
I was following the recipe, and I'm thinking that I'd love to eat it tonight. And so when I go home, I'll prepare it.
So with all the different classes, you will have appetizer, then you will have the main course with Sarah recipe, and at the end you will have the dessert with Kate. So you can realize your Easter lunch or dinner with us. I'm waiting for your picture, please. Okay, even if you want to take a picture of yourself with the food, not only food, because we are not food influencers. Okay,
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Have a nice weekend. Finger crossed, it's a sunny day.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.